Hi all. I'm excited to get started with you now that it's 8 p.m. and here in Utah. So let's get started. So first, I'd like to welcome you for coming out. I do have chat enabled, so if you have any questions come up during the presentation, go ahead, come on and chat. This is going to be very informal, so we're going to just answer some questions, work through some issues with our common healthcare that we have right now. So just some goals that you might have for your healthcare. If you have questions, ask them. If you're already a doTERRA user and you have questions with different blends that I talk about or different methods I use the oils, go on, bring up the questions, okay? So first off, I'd like to get started with living a healthy lifestyle can be simple and easy. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be time-consuming, and it does not have to be expensive. So with that being said, I'm kind of going to enter into why I use doTERRA, what it's done for my family, and really the backing of why we choose to live the lifestyle that we do, right? So for one, I needed overall health for myself, right? Being a mom of 2 toddlers with health conditions from my teenage years up, I really needed some support for myself, right? So that was one common goal for myself, right? So my husband, when he was 23 years old, he was 90% disabled and retired out of the Army. So he had a traumatic brain injury. And when he had that traumatic brain injury, we really had to find something that could help us. And why that is because when Ryan had his brain injury, he was put on 12 synthetic medications. When that happened, we really desperately needed some sort of solution because his liver was damaged, his brain was not healing, and he had become very aggressive. And at the time, we didn't have our 2 kiddos, but we had always wanted children. So we knew that that just would not work, right? So we went on this hunt, and in 2010, we had our daughter, and we still didn't have a solution at this point. Kind of future pacing it to a bit, our daughter, who is now 3 years old, when she was 14 months old, she got into her daddy's medicine and almost OD'd on one of his medications, so 800 milligram of oxygarbazepine. We needed something at that point to replace his medications, right? Because not only were they killing his liver, but they are potentially harming our children as well. And we really didn't know where to start or where to go. We were just lost and hopeless and these little puppy dogs out there running around not knowing what to do, right? So we really had to find that solution. So that's what really led us to doTERRA. One of my really good friends brought it into our space and introduced it to us, and I am ever so grateful for her and what she's done for us as a family, because my goodness, she's not just a really great friend, she's also the one that was able to bring something into our life for me to take hold of and really give it to my family and us all experience that. So I'll share where my husband's at now versus later on in the class. So I said he was on 12 synthetic drugs, right? Well, he's now able to manage all of his conditions with 3 oils, okay? And we'll cover each of those oils in this little class. So I'm really excited for you guys to, learn a little bit if you don't already know these things, if you're not familiar with natural solutions. If you are familiar with natural solutions, maybe you'll learn a little something, or maybe you'll be able to chime in and say, hey, what about this? So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So what I want to talk about right now is our big things that are hitting us in our society today. So major health concerns such as anxiety and depression, focus, allergies, let's do weight loss and fatigue issues. I know that for parents and those that work 9 to 5 and even those that don't, fatigue is a chronic condition nowadays. And I also want to address pain issues. because so many in our society today are facing pain issues and conditions such as herniated back disc or issues with their back, MS conditions. So I really want to address those pain concerns, right? So first off, I want to look into frankincense and peppermint, right? So frankincense right here, this guy is like an extra boyfriend of mine, right? So Frank is awesome, and why he is so awesome is because he is like the Swiss Army knife of all essential oils, right? So if you have frankincense, you have almost, not necessarily a cure-all, because I'm not going to say essential oils cure. What I am going to say is that you have a solution right there in your hand that can address anything from pain and inflammation to cuts and bruises, right? So you have something that's going to cover the whole spectrum. And then when you add in peppermint with the frankincense, you're going to have a really great antidepressant, okay? So when I say antidepressant, it's going to help your mood stay uplifted, elevated, and help you stay more even, right? So I said we'll address the ones that my husband takes. I said he takes 3 essential oils. These 2 babies are 2 of them, okay? So frankincense and peppermint, 6 drops each, once to twice a day. It just kind of varies on your own conditions and how severe your issues are. With that, go ahead, try to take 6 drops each of frankincense and peppermint. Really huge for helping with the anxiety and depression part of things. Next on to that I really love is Serenity. So Serenity is great for our kiddos that need just help calming down and soothing. It's great for helping our anxiety conditions. So if we have issues with crowds or calming down because we get stressed easy, or maybe we just live a stressful life, right, and we're always on the go, Serenity is awesome for that. Balance helps bring in balance and homeostasis in our bodies. So when our bodies are fully stable, right, and right where they get to be at our healthiest state, then we're in a very positive homeostasis level, right? So balance can do that. Balance is also called chiropractor in a bottle, oddly enough. And why that is because it can help our body realign and balance out, right? Just like the name. So when you pair 1 drop of balance and 1 drop of Serenity in your hands, so put a drop in each hand, grab it together, and inhale. It's really awesome for helping our bodies just release the stress and tension that's in our body at that time, and help us with our addiction to liquid Xanax, say, or something like that we need to help us stay calm, level, and that anxiety and everything to be dispersed, okay, and not overwhelming and taking over our life and space. So next, I want to address my favorite antidepressant blends, okay? So me as a mom and just getting off of Diamond Club with doTERRA, you know, always being on the go and just go, 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 and really loving it. However, really needing something to help me also stay grounded and to keep my moods uplifted. Though I'm not a depressed person, hardly ever at all, we always have those days that whether you're a depressed person or not, when something is not just going just perfect in life, right, then we might get a little bit down. And this is my blend for that. So bergamot and wild orange. Pairing these 2, oh, amazing, okay? So 5 drops each, right? 5 drops wild orange, 5 drops bergamot in a capsule or take it in your water. And we'll hit later in the class why doTERRA's oils are safe to take internally and no other oils are, right? So right now we're going to just stick with this and just take down notes if you want to take down notes. Wild orange, bergamot, 5 drops each in a capsule or in your water or directly underneath your tongue. Great for elevating and uplifting moods. Also, if you have someone that has had a concussion or an issue with their brain healing or needing a boost there, really great. If you have had those conditions later past in your life or something like that, you've had an impact to your brain, Bergamot is amazing for brain injuries. It's amazing for concussions. It's amazing for helping get back that memories that might have been lost. Okay, it's really great for bringing up the suppressions. Typically all positive. So bergamot is a citrus, and all citrus are really great for uplifting our moods, right? So that's my antidepressants blend that I really enjoy for myself. Another one for just uplifting our moods and the anxiety and depression that tends to happen in life with those gloomy, cloudy days, elevation. Elevation is really great for uplifting and keeping us in a positive state, right? Just like the name says, it elevates our moods. So on to the next part, I want to hit allergies, okay? Right now, everyone seems to be getting hit with allergies. Me, who hardly ever suffers with allergies, has been getting hit with allergies, right? So my daughter, who also hardly ever has allergies, needed some allergy support this year. And since we don't typically use the synthetic form of medication, we made ours at home. So this right here is a roller bottle, right? And so why it's called a roller bottle is right there on the end. It has a roller, and it's easy to apply. So my little 3-year-old can pull it down off the shelf and put it on the bottom of her feet just by herself. So on the bottom of the feet is a really awesome place to apply the oils, because the oils are going to soak into the skin on the bottom of our feet about 80% more when you apply carrier oil with it, okay? So it's keeping the air off of the actual essential oils and helping it drive in. So this right here is a mixture of 20 drops lavender, 20 drops lemon, and 20 drops peppermint, okay? And then it's filled the rest of the way up with fractionated coconut oil. I particularly like doTERRA's kind of coconut oil. It seems to be smoother for me, and I really enjoy it. It has a really great texture. So coconut oil is mixed in here with it. It's just filled up the rest of the way. And this is my daughter's method for using her allergy blend. My particular way is Try Ease. So Try Ease is a new product by doTERRA, and I simply love it. What it is lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and it is just in a little capsule for us already. So it's already pre-made up for us, so we don't have to make it ourselves or mix it in water, because I'm not a fan of how lavender tastes. Some people love it. I'm not a fan of it. Now, lemon and peppermint I love in my water, but lavender not so much. So this is a great way for me. So it's just in a convenient capsule. My 2-year-old can actually swallow the capsules if he needs it. Now, he doesn't, but he can actually swallow them, where his sister cannot yet, but it's pretty cool. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint for allergies. Try Ease. You can put the lavender and lemon and peppermint also in water and just take it in like a little shot glass amount of water. Just take it and flush your mouth out with either milk, which is an oil diluter, or a juice or something like that, just to flush the flavor out of your mouth if you don't care for it. So next, I really want to target colds and flus, okay? So typically right now, people aren't getting sick as much. Our kids are out of school right now. They're on summer breaks, but for those homeschooling moms that still have homeschooling activities and their kids are still around some other kids, or say our children that go to daycares, it's really great to keep our kiddos' immune system boosted, right? And even if you don't have kids, it's really great to look at keeping your immune system boosted with all of our superbugs that we have out there right now. So the CDC released that we won't be having a new antibiotic that is able to combat our superbugs that we have right now for roughly right around 9 to 10 years. That is not good news for those that solely depend on our synthetic medications. And why that is what about those people that end up getting MRSA, staph, H1N1, and don't have a way to heal and get better? I know that it's personally affected my family, hospitalizing some of my family, and one of them in particular not making it home. So why this is a big deal is it's an epidemic here, and we really need to keep our immune systems elevated and uplifted and healthy, just so that we can live a healthy and elevated life, right? So my favorite oil that is being used in Vanderbilt Hospital in Tennessee, actually, and studies have been done with it there, is On Guard. On Guard is amazing for keeping our immune system elevated, right? So I mentioned I'd be giving you guys little tidbits and recipes, right? So I'm going to give you what I use as my flu shot for my kiddos, okay, and myself as well, my husband. So it's going to be On Guard, oregano, melaleuca, and then I add lemon, and then I add a little bit extra of my boyfriend Frank, remember? Okay, so that's what I put in mine. So the actual blend that I use is 15 drops On Guard, and then I use, what is it? 10 drops oregano, 15 lemon, 15 melaleuca, and 5 frankincense. Okay, and that's been very effective with just creating into a roller bottle again and then filling it up again with the coconut oil, so it's actually diluted still. Because when using oregano at any time, you always want to dilute it. When you're actually using a pure grade of oregano, you want to make sure that you're diluting it because it can create a sensitivity on the skin. And as it is a hot spice, it is also a hot oil, so we want to be conscious of that, okay? So it's always good to dilute your oregano and hot oils such as cinnamon, cassia. Spices that are hot will be generally hot in essential oils as well. So next I want to target, or want to mention the On Guard beadlets. These right here, oh, I love them. So I keep them in my purse, and my kiddos, when they get their vitamin every day, they ask for their On Guard beadlet as well. So we're hardly ever sick. So we've been using doTERRA coming up on 2 years, and I think we've been sick maybe twice. Okay, that's it. That's amazing in 2 years. So these On Guard beadlets have been a real key for us, and so is our flu shot. It's been a really awesome benefit for us to have. So I want to mention how to help those kiddos and yourself when you get a stuffy nose, okay? So breathe, which is also great for anything breathing. So if you run, you can apply it over the lung area. If you have COPD, things like that, it's really great for helping you get in oxygen and actually fill in your cells, right? So it's great when you apply it across the nose as well, because those with like sleep apnea, it helps them reduce their snoring and get enough oxygen in their system that they're not having an issue with the apnea episodes when they're at night trying to sleep. So my husband actually has sleep apnea as well, and you know, we kind of tested it out, seeing a few days on how it would affect him if he used to breathe on his nose and his CPAP machine, if he would still have the apnea episodes. And it turned out that he didn't have the apnea episodes when he did use the breathe essential oil, okay? But when he doesn't use the breathe, he still has his apnea episodes with his mask on, okay? So I don't recommend that if you do have sleep apnea and you do sleep with a CPAP, that you don't sleep with it. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm saying pair them, okay? That's what we do, and we've seen really great positive results from it, right? So breathe is really great for that. Also, to remember, lime. Lime is great for the stuffy, runny noses, so it's really going to help create that drainage that needs to happen, but also it's going to help your nose not just pour. Okay, nobody likes a runny nose. It's not fun. Our noses get sore. So if you're pairing the breathe and lime, it's going to help your nose stay open, your airways stay open, and also get rid of that bacteria and that virus that's trying to start up in the nasal cavities. Okay, so it really helps it clean out and process out on its own, giving our body what it needs to heal itself, right? So essential oils don't heal your body. However, they can give your body what it needs to actually heal itself, okay? What other product do you know that can give your body what it needs to take care of its own self, to heal its body's ailments that it's having, right? What else do you know? I don't personally know or have any experience with something that has been that impactful on my life, such as doTERRA has. So next I want to hit on weight loss. So many are affected by weight gain as we get older, or maybe we've had a surgery or a hormonal imbalance, whether we're male or female, that has caused us to hold on to our weight. Or it's very, very common in today's society to have an imbalance of synthetic estrogen and synthetic testosterone in our system. So when that's happening, we're having this imbalance here, and we're not sure really what to do to cater towards it, right? So in society, they have gastric bypass available, but really, is that addressing our root cause? So no, that's not addressing our root cause. Can that help for many people? Absolutely, and it's a choice that you can make on your own. Can it help address the actual root cause and issue at hand? No. So when you're needing to address that root cause and issue at hand, you really need to start working with your hormone levels, right? So Slim and Sassy is a metabolic blend, and it can help balance out those hormonal issues as well. So if you are male and you need to balance out your testosterone and actually elevate it a little or even bring it down a little, using something called phytoestrogen, which is a product by doTERRA as well, is amazing for addressing the imbalance of testosterone in our systems. So if we eat out, or we eat anything from plastic, or say we even drink from a plastic water bottle, this one happens to be glass because I use it with my oils, but if you're drinking from a plastic water bottle, you're getting a synthetic form of estrogen anytime that you ingest water or liquid from it. So that right there is keeping your testosterone or your estrogen elevated, which is not positive for our bodies, right? So phytoestrogen is amazing for balancing out the imbalance that we have. And don't get scared if you are a guy that I'm saying estrogen. Oh my gosh, it's nothing to do like that, okay? So when I say estrogen, when I say phytoestrogen, it's a plant-based estrogen. So it's something that identifies with our body and helps us actually balance out whatever is imbalanced, okay? So phytoestrogen to help with the hormonal balancing when it comes to do with weight loss. Slim and Sassy for picking up our metabolism, for helping us get it going on the inside, right? So if you're wanting to use it for weight loss and not just fatigue issues or because you're tired, right, then you can take 3 to 5 drops under your tongue or in water 3 to 5 times a day. Excellent for getting your metabolism going. You do get to be consistent. The key with essential oils and seeing results, especially with doTERRA's brand of essential oils, is consistency. You want to be consistent when you're using your oils, okay? So Slim and Sassy, 3 to 5 drops, 3 to 5 times a day, okay? And then we're going to hit our grapefruit. Grapefruit is one of my absolute favorite. It's actually in my water right now. I love grapefruit because it not just elevates moods, it also keeps your metabolism going. It helps keep your arteries clean. It helps keep your body functioning and processing and cleaning toxins out on its own. How awesome is that, right? So grapefruit is really yummy in your water. I don't even have to have sugars or anything like that because it just tastes really nice and yummy and sweet. So, and then on top of that, let's see, you can do some of my favorites, other than grapefruit's got to be my all-time favorite. It really is. Lemon, though, is my husband's favorite. He really loves lemon. And lemon's great for detoxing as well. And if I had a piece of styrofoam in here, I'd kind of show you how fast it works in detoxing our liver. So I mentioned that my husband had liver issues, right, earlier on in the class. So why I mentioned that is because when using essential oils to cleanse the liver and that sort of thing, lemon is going to be one of your best friends. Lemon helps target any of those toxins that we have built up in our systems and helps it process out, right? So that's a really good use for lemon, and it will detox our organs very fast, okay? Lime and wild orange are great as well. One of our favorite things to make here is wild orange brownies. Not so much on the weight loss end, but any of the citrus oils will help elevate your moods while also helping you process toxins out, right? So any citrus are really great for that. And Slim and Sassy either applied topically or taken internally, will help with weight loss. One of the ladies on my lovely team has experienced 4 inches in one night by mixing 20 drops of Slow and Sassy with a teaspoon of, or a tablespoon of coconut oil, okay? Mixing those two, applying it topically to the abdomen area, and she lost 4 inches. That's incredible, right? So really awesome way to use it as well. So when it's detoxing your body, it's not like other systems out there that dehydrate your body. It's actually going to give your body what it needs, again, right, to heal itself. So next is focus. Ways to keep you focused. Typically, if I'm teaching classes in person, I have these oils going around and helping keep people focused, right? So one of my favorites that we use here at home quite often, and my husband uses at school as he's going for his bachelor's degree, okay, is Intune. Intune is incredible for keeping the mind tuned in, right? So it helps you keep elevated, in tune, and connected and grounded and focused on what you're doing, right? So it keeps you centered and going towards the target. Another really great blend, if you're just blending one yourself, is vetiver and lavender. Vetiver and lavender is going to bring a calming effect, a homeostasis effect down, right? It's going to ground you while also creating that level bottom right there. So my husband has ADD, ADHD tendencies and symptoms. These oils right here are like his best friend, okay? So it's why he can concentrate. It keeps him centered, right? So on to that as well is if you are just getting up and trying to stay energized while also being able to focus, peppermint and wild orange. Peppermint and wild orange are really what you want to do when you're trying to stay focused, centered, and eyes on the goal, right? So if you get up and you're like, oh man, I really don't want to take on the day right now, mix a drop or two of peppermint and wild orange in your hand, rub it together, inhale, awesome, awesome, awesome. So studies are being done on this particular blend, right, for helping kids study and test in schools. So if you want any studies that I mention, just let me know and I will tell you where to get them from, or I'll email them to you, right? So next on that list is going to be the chronic pain issues. My biggest thing for chronic pain is when we have chronic pain, we have inflammation in our body, right? So we really need to address that chronic pain issue that's right there causing that root issue, that root cause. So whether it's MS conditions, cancer conditions, just fatigue from being a mom or a dad on the go, when you have pain in your life or fatigue, you need to address it by getting the root cause addressed, right? My favorite way to do that is with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is not just another vitamin pack. It's truly not. This right here is amazing. We have people coming to doTERRA trying to patent this product because it has so many amazing benefits in it, right? So this, along with DDR Prime, is amazing for targeting and addressing inflammation and chronic fatigue issues. If you have an autoimmune disease, I've had one in the past, I've been able to overcome that by using the oils myself. This is one of the products in DDR Prime that got me over that hump, okay? Some don't, you know, some are like, oh man, it's just another vitamin pack. Why do you want to push that on me? I'm not pushing anything here. What I'm doing is saying this is what's worked for me. It's what was the key factor in me overcoming my autoimmune disease, right? So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a vitamin pack of 3. It's amazing, okay? Has some of the highest antioxidants that you can get in the world, and really awesome things. When you have pharmaceutical companies coming to your company and saying, we want to patent your product, will you allow us? And doTERRA is saying, absolutely not, because to patent a product, you have to create a synthetic of it. doTERRA won't allow that because we want pure essential oils, right? We want pure, beyond organic products, and that's what we want. So Along with that, when you're pairing essential oils with it, frankincense is really great. And my favorite to do is frankincense and marjoram. So marjoram right here is excellent for that pain area, right? And when you mix frankincense in with it, when you mix 6 drops frankincense and 6 drops marjoram, that's going to help you actually target that pain and inflammation, right? And it's also called liquid morphine. And when I say it's liquid morphine, I mean it can give the pain-killing effects of as if you were taking that synthetic drug without the side effects, okay? It's non-addictive. Your body doesn't build up an addiction to it. Your body addresses its issue and actually heals itself from that point, right? So marjoram and frankincense, 6 drops each, is amazing for effectively killing any sort of intense chronic pain. So a little tidbit on that, I had surgery just a few weeks back now, and while I was on Diamond Club, and I really needed a way to address that, and I needed a way to work with healing my body because I had to get on a flight 12 hours later. And what I did was I had 6 drops frank, 6 drops marjoram in a capsule, and I made them up and kept the capsules in my purse, and I traveled with them. And anytime I started to get any amount of pain, I would take one. That kept any sort of bleeding under control, and it also got rid of my pain so fast. So my doctor was awesome and actually called me 5 to 7 times checking on me because he knew I wasn't taking any synthetic form of medication. And he was amazed at how healthy I was and how fast I was healing. So I highly recommend that if you have any sort of chronic pain issues or pain in general, right? Another one for pain would be past tense. Past tense is great for headaches, migraines, any sort of tension-related issues, right? So really great for that. And you're just going to roll it on your fingers and apply it to the temples and where you're actually feeling the pain. So if you're feeling it up in your hairline, go ahead and rub it in, right? So on to that, I really want to, if you have questions about pain or about any of the other things that we've mentioned, go ahead and start asking your questions. For now, I want to go into why doTERRA is different on their purity grade, right? So when I said earlier you can take doTERRA internally, this is specific to doTERRA. doTERRA's oils are CPTG. What that means is it's certified pure therapeutic grade, okay? He can take them internally because they're beyond organic. There is no pesticides, no fillers, no anything added to the oils. They're the pure essence of the plant. To say about how strong they are, 1 drop of doTERRA peppermint essential oils is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. How outstanding is that? That you would have to drink 28 cups of tea to actually equal only one drop of doTERRA peppermint. Pretty outstanding, right? Saves a lot of trips to the bathroom too. So really effective, very fast acting, and a great oil driver. So if you pair peppermint with any other essential oil, it's going to drive into the system faster, right? So that's really great. So CPTG means Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It means we source our plants from where they are indigenously grown. So our lavender comes from the high altitudes of France. Our lemon comes from Italy, where it's indigenous too, and where it grows at its peak. Okay, so that's where we grow it from. So we source our oils from around the world, and we help independent farmers meet our standard while assisting us better our lives. We assist them in bettering theirs. How awesome is that, that we can work for a company that really supports assisting others and bettering others in their life, okay? So I'm all about adding value, and that's a huge value adder to me. So that's the basis of CPTG. It's pure, it's authentic, it is the pure essence of what you're using. No fillers, no anything added to it. It's safe to be used aromatically, and if you've seen this blue light lighting up behind me every once in a while, that's a diffuser going off, so I'm actually putting the oils off into the air to help kill bacteria, help keep moods uplifted. You can also use it topically, so on owies, boo-boos, topically for chronic pain issues. herniated back disc, issues with your back, issues with your legs. Say you have swelling, inflammation in your legs, you can use them on your legs to help relieve that, right? And also internally. So those are the 3 ways that you can use oils. Next, I really want to just go ahead and hit on the fact that if you are a member of my team, I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you made the time and took the time to learn a little bit more. If you did, I hope you did. And maybe if nothing else on actual blends that you may use already in your life, then maybe you've kind of looked into Google Hangouts trying to figure out how that works, right? So I really do want to hit on, for those that aren't members of my team, I want to mention that if you are interested in it, doTERRA is not a company that is all money driven, and my team is definitely not a money driven team. So I want to mention what's the best value that I feel that doTERRA can offer for you in your life and your space. So depending on what conditions you have, what you're wanting to treat, and what ailments you might have in your life, right? There's different ways that you can take charge of your health care and actually enter into a wholesale account with doTERRA. So doTERRA is a wholesale membership-based company, just like Sam's Club or Costco, right? So where we typically pay roughly right around $55, right, to be a member of Costco or Sam's Club, it's only $35 for the full entire year with doTERRA. And if you're like, Tia, I think the products are awesome, I really like them, however, I don't even want to pay the $35 membership, but I really do want to get my oils and I want to get them at the best value for me, then you can choose a kit. And if you're interested in learning about the kits, I would love to connect with you and talk to you about how the kits work, what the kits have in them, and really see what's best for your budget. They range anywhere from $150 all the way up to in the 2000s mark, okay? And that's just different amounts of value that they can add for your life, right? So we all have different spaces that we are introduced to doTERRA in, and depending on what space you are in financially right now, that judges where you start at, right? We all know that piece. So there is that opportunity right there for you. If you want it, I'd love to assist you with it. And the next part is I really want to tell you, if you aren't part of doTERRA and you're not working with a wellness advocate, then send me a message, comment below, send me any information. I'll get you some samples out for you to experience the difference yourself. I don't want you to enter into anything that you're not positive about, right? So helping you find that medium right there that helps you build that confidence, that's what we're here for. So if you connect with anyone on my team or anyone in doTERRA, we're all about adding value. So just allow us to do that for you, right? So really, to end this, I just want to say that I'm so grateful for you guys listening in. And on that note, essential oils are not magic, but they are the key to unlocking miracles in your life and your space. If you're open to it and you're willing to allow something to be seen in your life and changed, right, then essential oils might just be what you're looking for. For us, doTERRA essential oils were what we were looking for. My husband, who is 90% disabled, is now, his brain is fully healed and his liver is doing amazing. How many people can say that, right? So on this beautiful evening, I really hope that you guys are having a great evening, and that if you have questions, send them on my way. I'd love to assist you. If you don't, that's perfect as well. And if you're working with doTERRA with somebody else, I encourage you to get started as soon as you can. Okay, for now, I will talk to you later.